Justin, what is the purpose of today's program, and why did you and Rogers decide to put this together?
Well, what the plan was, or the idea is this in my mind. I teach law school students and also try to teach lawyers as well. And one of the things that occurred to me was, as I've been watching these programs that you've been putting on for the last year or so, is that they seem to do a lot of starting off at trial and having Roger analyze what the lawyer has done in terms of cross-examination at trial. And not so much emphasis has been placed on how you get set up for trial and all of the techniques he has available to you as a lawyer to use are critical to get ready for trial. So what occurred to me was several things. One is most matters end up resolving before trial, and they're going to resolve for more money if you prepare for your depositions as if they were trial. But there hasn't been a lot of discussion or focus on or analysis of how you get ready for a deposition like it is trial. And what I think there may be a misconception is that people think, well, I don't need to prepare for a cross-examination until trial happens. And instead it's just the opposite in my mind. We spend a week or more sometimes preparing for a particular deposition. I mean, it could be several weeks preparing for a particular deposition because we try to work out what our goals are, what we need from the witness in order to dismantle the other side's case. And that's another aspect or component that I think that we're going to be talking about, is that you should be looking at these discovery depositions and the cross-examination as an opportunity to make their witnesses your witnesses, number one, or number two, eliminate them from being effective witnesses. And that doesn't happen just randomly or walking into a deposition with a folder. You have to plan out ahead of time, and it's not just from the moment of getting ready for that deposition. It needs to be from the time you're sitting down with the client. And we'll go through this. You got to start looking at the jury charges, start developing your rules, and we're going to go through some of those ideas. We're going to plant the seed. So I look at this as an opportunity for what I'll call beginner to intermediate level teaching of preparing for depositions and implementing certain techniques in depositions that Roger has talked or scattered throughout his book. Is that a decent introduction or more, or tell me?
Nothing for the advanced people? Roger...
No, I disagree. See, to me, I think anybody who is advanced is always willing to go back and relearn to make it better. And I was joking with Roger this weekend that I put on my watch his discs that I was listening to. And while I was running, I heard something that he had talked about, this, I guess it's more than 15 years ago, that I didn't remember, that I picked up on a nuance that I hadn't picked up on before just because I went back and I listened to it again. To me, you become an advanced cross-examiner when you have the discipline to go back and review what you have done and figure out how you're going to make it better. And so this is for advanced as well. I don't mean to suggest otherwise, but a lot of the techniques and ideas were here. Is that
more advanced than it is introduction? Because people are missing this part. But Dan...